What's up guys, it's your boy Sino and I'm back again with another video. Now today's man, I had to save this one for y'all, alright? A lot of you guys have been hitting me up in my DMs on Instagram and just been asking me, Sino, what is the best, the most dominant, the most elite big man build? Now I'm giving you guys my top 3 in today's video. We really been killing it with the like goal, so we're gonna go ahead and aim for 100 likes on this video. But hold on. Now, yesterday, I dropped a video, and I said if that video gets 200 likes in 24 hours, I might drop a PSN code. I might even drop 2. But in order for you to get these PSN codes, you just gotta go follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram and just DM me. Alright, DM me like a picture or whatever. You do you. But I need to know that you guys are from YouTube, alright? By the end of the day, I'm just gonna choose some random people and I'm just gonna drop a code in your DMs, alright? That's simple as that. So go follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is going to be down below in the description. But enough of that, let's go ahead and get into business. Now, today's top 3 big men are going to be the most dominant big men when it comes to either the mid-range game or just inside scoring in general. So hopefully these top 3 help you guys out. If you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure that you guys hit the subscribe button and also ring that bell. If you guys missed out on any of my build videos, I do have a playlist. Go binge watch my playlist. I'm probably going to touch on any and every build in the game. I'm going to let you know what to stay away from and also what to look for. So let's go ahead and get into my top 3. So now when it comes to my top 3, these are not in any specific order. I'm just giving y'all some heat. All 3 of these I would love to have on my squad. So if you're going to make any of these, y'all let me know down below in the comment section so I could possibly pick you up and run some games on 2K19. Because we'll definitely need a solid big man when it comes to park, when it comes to pro-am, all that. So now it's time to finally choose our position. You guys already know what this video is about, so of course we're going to go and get into those center builds. Now, if you guys haven't read the description of what a center is, let me go ahead and read you this right here. There is no substitute for a truly dominant 5. They can grab a rebound at one end of the court and finish in the paint at the other. So now going into the first build, the archetypes that I will be choosing for this first player build is for our primary skill to be post scoring. Our secondary skill is going to be driving and finishing. Now this big man build is going to get the job done. He's going to be filthy. I'm just trying to let y'all know, you're going to have a little bit of a mid-range. You're also going to be able to dominate inside the paint. That's the most important part. Let's go ahead and just take a peek at the attribute caps. You already know that your layup is going to be very good. Your dunks are going to be very good as well because you also have that driving and finishing in you. Mid-range is going to be decent, but the one thing that I do want to point out is that post offense. For you guys that are skilled at being a big man, what I truly mean is that for you guys that know what you're doing, all right? You just got to know what you're doing. If you know how to do the drop stepper, you know how to do post moves. If you know how to do all that, you're going to be very successful with this build. You got the post moves in the post, and also you got the strength to match. You're going to be able to bully and just dominate your opponent. But enough at looking at these attribute caps, let's go ahead and look into these badges. Just looking at the badges that you get for this player build, you get 4 Hall of Fame badges, 4 gold badges, 11 silver badges, and 8 bronze badges. That's not a bad total of badges. Now let's go ahead and see what we actually get. What we do have is Relentless Finisher. That's going to help you finish in the paint. We got Up and Under Specialist. We got Bruiser, and we also have Brick Wall. For our gold badges, we have Posterizer, Pick and Roller, Post Spin Technician, and also Drop Stepper. I'm really in love with these gold badges as well. Now for our 11 silver badges, you see that we do get Difficult Shots. We get Acrobat, we get Putback King, we get Hustle Rebounder. Got a little bit of Rim Protector as well. Now when it comes to our 8 bronze badges, we do get Mid-Range Deadeye, Pick and Popper, and we also have Dimer. Dimer is going to be a key badge, even if it's on bronze. If this build is playing with 2 elite shooters, all you guys got to do is just back down on the mismatch and just kick right out. Somebody's going to help. If you know your post moves, they're going to be crying for help. And you're going to go ahead and dish that ball to the open man. So this build's not looking too bad. You're going to dominate on offense, and you're also going to be a great teammate. Now we're going to go ahead and focus on completing this player build. We got to go ahead and focus on the height. So when it comes to height, you really don't want to damage the build that you just made. Now, I got some heights that you could try. but I got a safe height, and I'm going to let you know everything, all right? You don't want to go 7 foot. That's just default, all right? That's default. The safest height for this build will be 7'1", but I wouldn't discourage you guys if you wanted to go 7'2". But for this video, we're going to go ahead and settle with 7'1". The reason why I chose 7'1" for this build is because we're not really losing on too much, and we're not really gaining on too much. So I'm still going to have the exact build that I want. You don't need to be 7'2". You definitely don't need to be 7'3". 7'1's going to take care of you, all right? You're still going to be lit. Now it's time to move into our next step, which kind of strikes a lot of fear in you guys, and that's the weight. When it comes to the weight of big men, we all know that we max out at 290 pounds. You also have to keep in mind, what are your goals with this big man? Now, your archetypes are post scoring and driving and finishing. Two archetypes that heavily rely on strength and also a little bit of finesse. So you don't want to be too heavy, but you definitely don't want to be too light. And I think the safest weight for this player build right here is going to be 270 pounds. Y'all just keep in mind that 270 pounds might just be the best weight for big men this year. Now we're going to go ahead and step into the final step of your big man build. This is how we're going to complete your big man. But this is the most important step of this whole process. If you mess up on this last step, you could just, you might as well just throw this whole big man away. All right, you might as well throw him in the trash. So when it comes to your wingspan, there are two different wingspans that I would go with this player build. I would go either 92.7 or I would go 93.7. Now the reason why I did this was because you gotta keep in mind that you're going to be losing out on something. Now for all of my build videos, I got a saying. And my saying is, the longer the wingspan, the better the defender. The shorter the wingspan, the better the shooter. I gotta remind you guys that this build is going to be able to shoot the mid-range jumper. So you really don't want to throw all of that away by making your wingspan extra long. So I'm gonna finish this build up by saying your wingspan should be 92.7 or 93.7. So this was only our first build. Now we're gonna go ahead and get into build number 2. Now for this next build, I had to throw out a build that I think that not too many people are going to have, but they're going to be very dominant. Now, the archetypes that I'm talking about blending together for this big man build right here, for your primary skill is going to be rebounding. And our secondary skill is going to be defending. We are making a two-way rebounder. Now this build is definitely going to shine when it comes to either Pro-Am or Jordan Rec. You're going to need a big man that can dominate and just close out that paint. If the opponent can't score and you getting the rebounds, bro, you're going to be lit. On top of that, with you getting rebounds, you're giving your team the opportunity for more second chance buckets. If y'all think rebounding is not going to be important in NBA 2K19, you guys got another thing coming. There was rumors that shooting is going to be even more difficult as well. So all these people that think they got a good build and they just out there just throwing up bricks, guess who's coming down with these bricks? This player build right here, and he's probably going to lead and throw up that ball for a fast break opportunity. So be ready for this build to have its own shine later in NBA 2K19. But let's go ahead and look at just some of these stat caps. Rebounding, you already know you about to be a goon in the rebounding category. Steals, you're also a defending player. You're like a Hassan Whiteside, bro. These little speed boosting guards are going to try and get past you, and guess what you're going to do? You're going to block them. I also got to let you guys know that these rebounding builds, they've been buffed. They fixed the defense, 1, in the game, and then 2, they also fixed the defense with these rebounding builds. Then when you look at the blocks, your blocks are going to be high, of course. Your vertical is going to be stupid lit. So when it comes to this build, this is probably going to be the most feared big man build in NBA 2K19. It doesn't matter if it's the park, Pro-Am, whatever. Because when you think about it this way, everybody else is going to have a scoring big man. But what is this big man going to do? He's going to put the clamps on you. So I just had to throw out a counter build for all of these other scoring big man builds out there. So if you use this build, yo, you're welcome. But enough about all the stats and the bars and whatever. Let's go ahead and look at the badges that this player is going to get. So when it comes down to this build, you get 2 Hall of Fame badges, 9 gold badges, 5 silver badges, and 0 bronze. For your Hall of Fame badges, you get Bruiser and Brick Wall. Bruiser is going to be a key badge because you're going to kill the stamina of your opponent. So if he's trying to get you out the way with a post move, his stamina is going to be just already low. He's going to lose the ball. These defending builds had a major upgrade this year. So y'all just be on the lookout for that, all right? You're not going to get bullied like these other builds that are just focusing on offense. Now, when it comes to your gold badges, you get some good gold badges. That hustle rebounder, that putback king, I'm loving that. That rim protector, I really like that. Now, for your silver badges, you get posterizer, pick and roller, relentless finisher. Come on, bro. Just because you're a two-way rebounder does not mean that you won't get it done in the paint. Putback king, in my opinion, is an offensive big man badge. You get the rebound, you put it back up. It puts points on the board, doesn't it? You don't need to shoot as a big man to be dominant in this game. I'm telling you. But enough of all this, let's go ahead and finish out this player build. Now, the next step is height. For this build, you already know you about to be a snag god. Are you about to be snagging? So for this build, I would go anywhere between 7'1" and 7'2". When you look at the stats on 7'2", you're not really losing anything that you should care about. You're not going to really be doing no driving dunk because you're not handling the ball. You're not going to be shooting, so you can give that up too. The most important things that you want to look for is that standing dunk, that offense and defensive rebound, that strength, and also that block. Other than that, what else do you care about? Contact dunk's not going to move anywhere. You're still going to have one of the highest verts in the game. So I think it's a small price to pay just to add that 1 extra inch to your height. Now let's go ahead into one of the most important parts about this build, and that's the weight. Honestly, you don't want to be bullied in the paint. You're going to be a defender. You're going to be kind of cheesy, all that. All right. So you don't want to be too light and you don't want to be too heavy. Now, the safest weight range for this build is going to be anywhere between 270 pounds and 275. I would not max the weight on this build. You're already going to be somewhat slow because you're the 5, all right? You're the center. You don't want to take a huge downfall with just being just heavy for no reason. The main things that you really want to focus when it comes to this is the contact dunk, the strength, and also the box out. But also keep in mind that you don't want to lose too much on that vertical. That vertical is going to be very important for these rebounds and these contact dunks and all that. So getting into our final step, this is the make or break of this build. If you mess up here, you might just risk the chance of destroying this whole build that you just made. Now, when it comes to your wingspan of this two-way rebounder, this is what I'm going to tell you guys, all right? This is probably the only build that I will tell you guys to freely max out your wingspan. This build is not going to be impressing anybody with his jumper. You can trust me on that. So what do you really need to shoot for? Look at all the things that you're going to be missing out on. Ball control. Are you really going to be bringing the ball down the court? But look at the things that you gain. You gain the ability to get more steals, and you also gain the ability to block and contest shots. You're a defender. This is what you do. So it only makes sense for you to max out player builds such as this one when it comes to that wingspan. But this is build number 2. Now we got to get into the final build of this video. For our final build, we got some more heat for y'all. So let's go ahead and get right into this one. So for the final build of this video, I was thinking to myself, I need to give you guys a big man build that's going to be the most dominant when it comes to scoring on the inside. And this is the build that I came up with. For our primary skill, we're going to go ahead and continue to use driving and finishing. But our secondary skill, we are going to be using rebounding. There's just something about these rebounding builds that are just going to be very unique when it comes to NBA 2K19 gameplay. Just even looking at this build and just thinking about the build, me being able to get the board and then slamming it on my opponent's head, I like the chances of that. But when you look at the stat caps, we got our layups are going to be lit. Our dunks, lit. Now, this is another build that's not going to be very credited on its jump shot, all right? We're not going to really give it too much of a jumper. Because in all honesty, this build's not here for shooting. It's not. But I don't find it to be difficult for you to score in different ways. Now, your vertical is going to be maxed out. I love the vertical on this build. This rebounding athletic finisher is sure to go ahead in the paint and get those dunks off. If you are looking for a scoring big man, this is going to be the one that you need to choose. But enough of all this, let's go ahead and look at the badges. When we look at the badges, we have 4 Hall of Fame badges, 4 gold, 10 silver, and 3 bronze. Now our Hall of Fame badges include Lob City Finisher, Posterizer, Pick and Roller, and Relentless Finisher. Just looking at 3 of the 4 Hall of Fame badges, you're going to be using them all in one play. Actually, hold on, scratch that. If you really want to be fancy, you can use all 4 of your Hall of Fame badges in one play. I'm really loving the offensive upside of this build. Now, we haven't even hit into the 4 gold badges yet. Now, the 4 gold badges are going to open your eyes up too. Putback King, Hustle Rebounder, Bruiser. Bro, Putback King and Hustle Rebounder, y'all already know. If you're a big man, you're going to get dirty with it. You also get a gold brick wall. So when you setting those screens and you rolling up off those screens, you're probably going to get an easy bucket at the end of that play. I like the chances of that. Now let's go ahead and drop down to our silver badges. We get Acrobat, that'll help you around the rim. We get Break Starter, we get Rim Protector, One Man Fast Break, we get all that. Now for our 3 bronze badges, we get Pick Dodger, Pickpocket, and Free Throw Ace. So if you're using this build on Pro-Am or Jordan Rec, you can knock down those free throws. This is going to be an inside elite scoring build. So expect to get fouled a lot. There's going to be a lot of and one dunking going on with this player build. But enough of all this, let's go ahead and start to finish this build up. We got to go ahead and talk about the height. Now, when it comes to the height of this player, I definitely don't want you guys to think that you have to max out your height. Don't do it. Being 7'3" this year for a big man might just be the most reckless setup that you could do for your player build. Now, I would tell you guys to go anywhere between 7'1" and 7'2". This will ensure that you don't give up the things that you need to be great on the court. But for this video, we're going to go ahead and settle with 7'1". I think I can get just as nasty and be just as dominant as a 7'1" center. Now it's time for probably one of the most difficult steps that you guys all will have to take, and that is deciding on our weight. Just like the other big man builds, I'm going to settle with 270 pounds. I feel that this is going to be the best weight. You really don't want to max out your weight for any of these player builds because you don't want to be that slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can because you're a center, but then do you really want to do that, bro? Now, in some cases, I will agree with you guys that you can max out your weight and all that, but in this build, I'm going 270, bro. Now for our final step is the wingspan. Have no fear, I will lead you guys in the right direction. Now, when it comes to that wingspan, I think the safest wingspan to choose is about 96.8. This build is not going to impress anybody with your jump shot, but the things that you do need is going to be defense. You're going to be able to play defense, but then with your long wingspan, you're going to be able to get boards and play even tougher defense. This is why I like this build. You're going to be dominant in the paint on the offensive side of the ball, and you're also going to be dominant in the paint on the defensive side of the ball as well. You are almost an all-around dominant center build. So y'all let me know, which one do you think is the best big man build in this video? Y'all leave those comments down below. I want to hear from you guys. But for you guys that are out there searching for the best big man build, I do hope that this helped. If you guys have any more questions, y'all just hit me up. So this wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let's see if we can get 100 likes on this video. Now, if you guys haven't heard, I do stream on Twitch. I will be streaming as soon as NBA 2K19 comes out. So if you're not following me on Twitch, you're kind of missing out on life, bro. All right, it's important. So go follow me on Twitch and make sure to have those notifications on. If you are looking for my Twitch, the link to my Twitch will be down below in the description. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And until next time, it's been your boy C-Note, and I'm getting up out of here.
Yeah, I'm gon' rage. Yeah, fucking your bitch on the stage. Yeah, fucking your bitch in the face. Yeah, I leave you going no trace. Yeah, Cartier all on my face. Yeah, Ray-Ban and on my face. Yeah, ducking and dodging on 12. Ducking away from the snitches. Ducking away from these bitches. I just be